Bank statement reconciliation is a crucial process that ensures all transactions in a bank statement are accurately recorded in a company's books. At PenAir, we have a dedicated module for this process, aptly named Bank Statement Reconciliation. Once the third-party Excel mapping is completed, you can initiate the reconciliation process by selecting a date range. Choose the date range you wish to reconcile and the relevant bank account. Next, select the Excel file that you've downloaded from the bank's website. This file represents your bank statement in Excel format. Click on the Upload button to proceed. Before uploading the file, ensure that the date format in the Excel file or the bank statement adheres to the date, month, and year format. Click Yes to continue. Once the file is successfully loaded into the system, you'll receive a confirmation message stating, "Saved successfully." In PenAir, we conduct the reconciliation in two parts: reconciliation by withdrawal and reconciliation by deposit. You can choose either of these options to begin the reconciliation. Click on the Generate button to start the reconciliation process. You will now see the transactions recorded in the system. On your left-hand side is the bank statement side, where all transactions in the bank statement are listed. On the right-hand side is the PenAir side. All transactions in PenAir will be listed on this side. From here, we can commence the reconciliation process. We have three primary options for this process: match by amount, match by date, and match by description. For the match by description option, the system checks the description and amount, selecting line items that match both. For instance, here we have a payment withdrawal of $82.50 made to Tesco stores. We can see the same description on the PenAir side. The corresponding line items are highlighted. To reconcile these transactions, simply click on the Reconcile button. As a result, these transactions are removed from the list. Next, we have the Match by Date option. In this case, the system automatically checks the date and amount, selecting line items that match both. Here, we have a withdrawal of $200 on the 1st of October, and the same transaction is recorded in PenAir for the same date. Both transactions are selected, and we can click on the Reconcile button to reconcile these transactions. Following this, we have the Match by Amount option. Once we click on the Match by Amount column, the system only checks the amounts, ignoring the date. For example, there is a transaction of $45 on the 4th of October, but the same is recorded in the system on the 1st of October. This transaction has been selected, and we can reconcile this transaction now by using the Reconcile button. Lastly, we have the Manual Reconciliation option. For example, there are bank charges of $10 on the bank statement side, and the same is recorded as a withdrawal as bank charges in the line item. Let's manually select both line items and click on the Reconcile button. This action will reconcile those transactions. You can click on the Variance Report button to view the report and download it for your records. Once the overall reconciliation is complete, you can move to the deposit and click on the Generate Report button. This will generate a report showing all deposits made on both sites. Now, let's start the reconciliation for the deposit side. You can choose to match by date, description, or amount. I'll select the Match by Description option. As you can see, the system has selected transactions that match by description. Next, click on the Reconcile button. This will remove the reconciled transaction from the list. Now, I'm clicking on the Match by Date column. This shows all transactions matching by amount and date. Click on the Reconcile button to reconcile these transactions and remove them from the list. You can also choose to match by amount. If there are no matching transactions to reconcile, nothing will be selected. Now let's check for any values in the manual reconciliation. Here, we have an entry of $2,800 on the 4th of October, split into two amounts on the same date. Select both lines and click on the Reconcile button to reconcile these transactions. Finally, generate the variance report and export it to Excel, PDF, or CSV formats. The first record shows amounts in the bank but not in the system, indicating that certain transactions need to be updated in the system. The second line shows amounts in the system but not in the bank statement. This could be due to incorrect entry, or it may relate to a different bank. You will need to delete this entry and update the correct bank or amount. This concludes our interpretation of the variance. We've also covered the bank reconciliation process. Thank you for your time and attention.